party, and unfortunately, Mrs. Mitra could not come here. She got sick yesterday, and she was ready to come today, but she said sent us Mitesh good wishes. She used to have a good party for us, and we are having that party here today. And this is the best birthday I ever had. I tell you, The more years go by, the sweeter it becomes, because you don't know how many more you are going to have. So I always felt that when I was a graduate student and I worked hard, if you think I'm tough, I worked with professors at Kansas with Tak Higuchi and Tom Michelson. They were much tougher than I am. And we had to work, day, night, and there is, even when I was married, she came and she had to work with me and doing HPLC. There was no automatic injector. We have to do it hand is the automatic, you have to do it. So anyway, but we learned a lot, and I always stayed in academics. Almost I went once or twice to industry. But Tak Higuchi said one time that you do not want to go to industry. You work with industry, you help them, but you always have your own job in the academics and train the students, next generation. So that I follow all the time, and I got the best students that anybody can have. Everybody in our lab works so hard. They start, their writing initially is not good, but I give them more and more corrections, because the writing is a big part, and English writing is very important. So I'm doing that now with some of the students, and ultimately when they graduate, they write well, they speak well. That's why I get calls from companies, your students are doing very well. Do you have some more graduating now? So that's why everybody is doing very well. And also I'm very fortunate to have my colleagues like you are, and also my study section friends, my friends in various universities, and so I think the academia is the best place to be in my mind, and I like stability. I don't want to move. So and Mrs. Mitra would not move, and the kids would not move. Anytime I say, well, can I look at that, deanship in some places, and he said, you can go anywhere you want, but we are not going to go with you. But I'm happy in Kansas City. I landed in Kansas City 37 years ago, and I'm still there. And so it's a beautiful place, and we have a beautiful family. And having these students here together, this is my dream, that some students I haven't seen till graduation for 11 years, 12 years, and I'm glad that they came, and they, in spite of all the difficulties of not able to get vacation from their job or the weather and all that. So I think you guys all came. I'm so proud of you. I always take my contribution to science is you guys. It's not what books I did or what grants I wrote or what papers we published. Those are good, but we are, as a family, we always take care of you. Even the senior students, when they are changing jobs or something, I'm always in the middle trying to give them advice, whether it's a good one or bad one. But so hopefully it worked out for all of you, and you learned a lot from here. You have some. You should have some commitment, so in the future when you're in a position to support poor professor, you can do that. And because the time at NIH is not that good, it's getting harder and harder. But we still help our students, everybody helps with writing, grants, manuscripts, book chapters. I alone cannot do all these things. So I correct it, I add the things, and I tell them this is not the way to do it. That's a learning process for them also. So that's why everybody said that it's tough, but I think toughness is needed in some places. But we had fun also during your graduate student career. It's not just you did studies and all that. We had parties, we had games. Some of them deep you can tell. Sudarshan you can tell. We had cricket games. Arvo, all the time. I take the whole group to Arvo, Then we go to various places. We took the boat ride. We did, if you recall all those. Even one time, I went to Arvo, and somebody said, "Well, I want to go to Disney. I never seen the Disney World." So that is in Orlando, but with Arvo was at Fort Lauderdale. So I said, okay, let's go. So we went to Arvo, Fort Lauderdale with the group, if you remember. We came back around 2 o'clock in the morning, and I had my symposium on the chair at 8 o'clock. So we came at 2 o'clock, and I said, how am I going to be able to do that? No sleep, nothing. We came and we did, and that was the big AAPS meeting, and AAPS or Arvo? I think there's Arvo, and it was jam-packed at 8 o'clock. And people are even sitting on the floor and all that. So we did that. So I think that the students want to see Disneyland. They have never seen Disney World, so let's go. So we drove, what, 3 hours, 4 hours, had the Disneyland, and came back, and then did the symposium. So that's fun always. So we go together every meeting, and usually we have a huge van we rent, and we go around also a little bit, go to restaurants. Like yesterday, we went to Indian restaurant, and some of you joined us. And today we're having dinner together. So these are the precious moments that I live for. You know, it's time goes by so fast. I remember the day I landed here, and already 37 years has gone by, and I don't know where it, how fast it went through. You all might be feeling same way. I feel that the years are going by very quickly, very shorter and shorter. So I said that month is gone. July is almost going. It's just very quickly. So we have to do something, and leave. I think the science, whatever I can do. I may not be very great scientist, but we have to put whatever we can, our contribution to the pharmaceutical science, and contribution to the science through all of these students. I think we have last count 53 PhDs, and we currently have 10 or 12 other coming up. So we'll have a lot of PhDs coming up, and we're still going strong. So I have no intention to stop. So thank you.